Many people dedicate their entire lives to the pursuit of spiritual maturity, striving for a deeper understanding of themselves, their purpose, and their connection to the divine. This journey is often characterized by a growing awareness of the habits and behaviors that either nurture or hinder their spiritual growth. Highly conscious individuals, those who walk this path with dedication and mindfulness, gradually come to recognize the need to release things that no longer serve their higher purpose. This process of letting go is neither abrupt nor hasty. It is a slow, deliberate journey marked by continuous self-reflection and intentional action. My favorite people are those who stay true to themselves, no matter where they are or who they are with. These individuals splash their authentic selves into every situation, bringing a refreshing sense of honesty and originality that is increasingly rare in today's world. As someone who has always sought deeper meaning in life, I've found myself drawn to people who are genuine and real, rather than those who chase after status and importance. I've often felt more joy in spending time with a child who is innocent and true to themselves than with a highly accomplished person who, despite their success, struggles to stay grounded. There is something profoundly beautiful about a person who doesn't feel the need to put on a facade or climb the social ladder. Humans have a tendency to mimic each other, often aspiring to be like someone else instead of embracing and loving who they truly are. This mimicry creates a cycle of superficiality, where people lose touch with their true selves in the pursuit of fitting in or gaining approval from others. It's as if they become like a mindless crowd of monkeys, following one another without any real sense of direction or purpose. Yet, highly conscious individuals are different. They do not follow the mindless crowd. Instead, they remain true to their unique selves, finding joy in their authenticity. They live with a sense of self-awareness and authenticity that sets them apart from the rest. They ride high on the intoxication of their own being, fully embracing their individuality and uniqueness. This does not mean they are rude or arrogant. On the contrary, they accept others with all their flaws just as they accept themselves. They aren't trying to impress anyone. They are simply being themselves. Their confidence and self-assurance stem from a deep understanding and acceptance of who they are, rather than from external validation or approval. Moreover, a common struggle for most people is that life doesn't always unfold according to their desires. The reasons for this can vary: circumstances, the actions of others, or simply bad luck. This is where the blame game often begins. However, in my experience with highly conscious people, I've observed something remarkable. They never blame others for their problems. Instead, they handle their discomfort in a unique way. Rather than pointing fingers, they use their uneasy feelings as tools to explore their hidden, unconscious emotions. The way they take full responsibility for their feelings is extraordinary. They don't say, "You made me feel this way." Instead, they say, "I am feeling this way." And then they dive deep to understand why. This approach allows them to address the root cause of their emotions rather than getting caught up in external circumstances. They understand that life is inherently challenging and full of emotional ups and downs. Rather than avoiding these feelings or blaming others for them, they embrace them as part of their journey. They know that emotions are incredibly powerful, and they see them not as problems to be fixed, but as opportunities for growth. By fully experiencing and understanding their emotions, they cleanse their inner selves and move closer to higher consciousness and oneness. Yes, people will poke you all the time. Yes, some situations might get out of hand. Yes, society will often misunderstand you and point fingers. But amidst all this, there is one unwavering truth. Nothing can disturb your peace if you are deeply anchored within yourself. Through my journey, I have realized a genuine truth. Highly conscious people embrace their authentic reality without being disturbed by what others say. They possess a deep sense of self-assurance and inner peace that shields them from external negativity. This inner strength means they don't feel the need to prove themselves to the crowd. They know who they are, and that is enough. Additionally, if we distill the essence of the skill possessed by highly conscious people, it is their ability to let go and embrace what is. Mastering this skill can take a lifetime of work. These individuals understand that complexity often arises from the need to control. They realize that trying to manage every aspect of life only leads to stress and frustration. As they grow spiritually, they naturally begin to relinquish this need for control. They start to trust the process of life, understanding that some things are beyond their influence, and that's perfectly okay. Letting go of control simplifies their lives. It frees them from the burden of constant worry and allows them to live more fully in the present moment. This trust in the process of life brings newfound flexibility and inner strength. They are no longer rigid in their expectations, but open to whatever life brings their way. The mind is inherently wired to control. It seeks to predict, manage, and organize to feel safe. However, consciousness operates differently. It flows naturally, without resistance or force. Highly conscious people tap into this flow, welcoming every experience, whether pleasant or challenging, as part of their journey. Furthermore, it is often the most challenging situations that force someone to seek the real meaning of life. These moments of difficulty push people to look deeper, to question their purpose, and to seek a higher understanding. However, this kind of motivation is just the beginning. It is a spark that ignites the journey, but it isn't enough to sustain it. I've seen many spiritual journeys stall because people return to their comfort zones once the immediate challenge passes. Comfort can be seductive, causing us to forget the insights gained during tougher times. But highly conscious people understand that comfort and discomfort are just two sides of the same coin. Both are temporary phases that will eventually pass. They don't allow themselves to fall back into comfort and halt their spiritual growth. They recognize that true progress comes from consistent effort, regardless of external circumstances. They know that forming a powerful connection with their highest being ensures their peace remains unshaken, no matter what life throws at them. These highly conscious people do not wait for motivation to strike. Instead, they practice living consciously every day. They understand that if you only act when you feel motivated, you'll spend most of your time doing nothing. Spiritual growth requires daily effort and mindfulness, not sporadic bursts of inspiration. If you only practice conscious living a few days a year, you risk stagnation and may end up blaming life for your lack of progress. I once heard an enlightened master say, "Tough times increase your thirst, but your actual growth happens in the resting phase, the good times." This profound insight highlights that true growth often occurs during periods of calm and comfort, not just during crises. When life is easy, it's an opportunity to deepen your practice and reinforce the lessons learned during tougher times. In spirituality, it's the small, consistent efforts that count the most, not the rare, huge leaps that may happen infrequently. These baby steps taken every day build a strong foundation for lasting spiritual growth. Finally, self-realization is your birthright. No one can take it away from you, but no one can give it to you either. It is something that must be discovered and nurtured from within. The journey to self-realization begins with questioning life. It's not about simply addressing the symptoms of a difficult life, but about delving deeply to uncover the root causes of those problems. This journey requires a willingness to look beyond the surface and challenge the assumptions and beliefs that have been taken for granted. Only a serious seeker often gets to the root cause. Why? Because most people are satisfied with solving temporary problems. They seek quick fixes that offer immediate relief, but these solutions are often superficial and short-lived. They may alleviate discomfort in the moment, but they do not address the underlying issues that continue to cause suffering. Highly conscious people, however, are not content with surface-level solutions. They are driven by a deep desire to understand the true nature of existence. They dig into life's often confusing and challenging aspects until they reach real answers. This relentless pursuit of truth and understanding sets them apart from those who are content with easy answers. Spirituality doesn't solve your problems in the conventional sense. Instead, it uproots them from the roots. It challenges you to confront the deeper issues that lie beneath the surface and address them in a meaningful way. This process can be difficult and uncomfortable, but it is ultimately transformative. My friend, we all are in different stages of consciousness, and it is not easy to quit these ingrained habits and mindsets. but you can try to include some new practices in your lifestyle that can help you on your journey. Even if the start is slow, the journey should continue. Each small step forward, no matter how tiny, contributes to your growth and transformation. If you're still with me, please leave a comment saying, "I embrace each step of my journey towards higher consciousness, knowing that even small changes lead to profound growth." I appreciate your engagement and hope you found value in this discussion. As always, I'm wishing you a beautiful day ahead.